Yeah, it was really amazing. I think, we've been with this franchise now for almost like 10 years, so I think we've matured so much with the characters. Like we started when we were 16 and now we're in our like mid 20s. Are we? I don't know.
Yes, I was a big Zombies fan going into this. It was a movie that I grew up watching and loved, and really it inspired me to get into performing and singing and acting and all of that. So I felt like I was so drawn. As soon as I saw Zombies 4, I was like, what? I was like so intrigued.
Fight for what you believe in. Because what's on the line is your future.
This is war!
Seize them.
So before I launch into my questions, I have to tell you, my wife and I held a private zombies movie marathon with all four films over the weekend.
Are you
And
serious?
I'd never seen them. It was a blast. So
Cool.
you, you both brought a lot of energy and good vibes to our weekend, so I just wanted to thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
You just made our day. Seriously. Thank you for
That's
saying
awesome.
that
You
and doing
did it.
that.
My pleasure. Okay, so your characters have had quite the arc from the beginning of Zombies, a real journey in personal development. That arc looked a little bit different for you two in the new film, as you let the younger duo kind of handle the adventure to acceptance, while the two of you managed a more mature move in like talking about mortality and making time for the essential things in life.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this transition for your characters, Meg?
Oh, yeah, it was really amazing. I think, we've been with this franchise now for almost like 10 years, so I think we've matured so much with the characters. Like we started when we were 16 and now we're in our like mid 20s. Are we? I don't know. And
Try
so
44.
yeah. Yeah, so it's really cool to have our characters mature with us. I mean, obviously, like they're growing as well, but it was really cool to come back to this franchise at such high energy and is, indeed a kids movie, but to have this like grounded sense of, talking about deeper things. And I feel like the four of us from the older movies are kind of more grounded while the kids have like high energy. So it was really cool to have that dichotomy, and it felt really cool to just be more chill and more myself in
Yeah, we're
If
just
that makes
kind of observe. I feel like in the other three movies, we're always the ones fighting, if you will.
Yeah.
And now in this movie, we are trying to make them rise up a little
Yeah.
bit. So we're just
it was really cool.
coming at it from a new angle this time. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, before they give me the boot, quick question. After encountering zombies, werewolves, aliens, and vampires, which monster type would you like to see become a part of the zombies universe? If I had my way, I would introduce ghosts or cryptids. Milo,
Oh,
what would you
wow.
choose?
I like these
I like
answers because we
ghosts.
keep thinking we keep saying like mermaids or fairies, but low key, I have experience playing football as a ghost. I have experience playing football as a zombie. I'd love to see a
Ghosts
ghost
are
come in.
really
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be really sick.
Yeah, and more of like a monster. I think like going with the monster theme, that'd be really cool.
They'd have a cool power there.
I agree.
I think that would be great.
Ghost it is.
Looks like I still got time. So, okay, your evolution in the Zombies franchise has been wild, from being the stars to co-producing and now executive producing for the new film. What has that evolution been like, and has your new role changed the way you think of the future of the franchise? Milo.
Well, I'd say the biggest way that my idea of the future of this franchise has shifted was that it's going to exist. I thought after Zombies 1, that would be it. So I've been so surprised that we've been able to keep making these movies, and, it seems like people are loving them, and I hope to continue. But this has been a very long journey for me and Meg. So it's, we've really seen each other at different stages going through this. But I just feel like we both really stepped up to the plate this time. And like we've been saying, like we've always kind of had producer brains, and we've always voiced, how we feel about this movie or cool things that we could add, but that wasn't really our job. And now it is our job, and it's really great because we totally understand this movie, and I think we just get the vibes. But hopefully, if we continue doing them, we'll at least have say off camera and be making magic behind the lens.
I was telling Meg and Milo a couple minutes ago, my wife and I did a 4 zombies movie marathon this past weekend. So we've seen all the films leading up to yours. It was a ton of fun. And I just wanted to thank you for the good time and the good vibes. It was a lot of fun. What initially drew you to these roles and to this franchise? Were you already a Zombies fan, or was this brand new to you, Freya?
Yes, I was a big Zombies fan going into this. It was a movie that I grew up watching and loved, and really it inspired me to get into performing and singing and acting and all of that. So I felt like I was so drawn. As soon as I saw Zombies 4, I was like, what? I was like so intrigued. And then I read about Nova and her character description in the script, and I just immediately felt like this was a role that I felt so connected to and just would love to be the one to tell the story. So yeah, I instantly felt so connected to her, and being a big fan of Zombies franchise, stepping into that was big shoes to fill, but also shoes that I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to step into.
That's awesome. Malachi, how about you?
Oh yeah, I agree. It's such an amazing franchise, and to be able to step into this with Megan, Milo, and Chandler and Kylie, they all know this franchise so well. So it was really cool. There are our built-in mentors the entire time. It was a little cheat sheet to have them there. Very, very grateful for it. And honestly, we just had the best time. Like, we had so much fun filming. New Zealand was amazing. It's its own character in the movie. But yeah, very, very grateful.
That's awesome. Speaking of filming, the dance choreography for the Zombies movies always looks very intense. And I'm curious about the scheduling process for musical sequences versus straight up monster drama. Are the filming days divided into specific sections when you're filming, Freya?
I guess so, yeah. So we'll have, every morning when we get into our trailer, we'll have a small book that's printed off with whatever scenes we're doing for that day. So
a mini script.
Yeah, basically a mini script, and it will have, we would do the craziest thing someday. We'd start the day with the closing scene where we have the moment on the beach, and then we go into a big choreo number in the campsite in Don't Mess With Us. So the kind of contrast, and it would be outfit changes, hair changes and stuff. So I guess it was done in a really cool way that also made you be like, okay, wait, what's just happened? Where is my character at in this moment? Mm-hmm. So that was also difficult to have to be like, okay, we just did the finale, and now we're doing the scene where we meet for the first time. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I agree. It was wild. The thing that's interesting is that a lot of the dance numbers are filmed. They're all split up between different locations, and obviously we're in New Zealand, and in real life, these locations aren't right next to each other. We have to drive an hour and a half away for one location. So it's I think that there'd be a week where we would spend a couple days at a beach filming certain scenes from one point in the movie, and then at that same exact beach, we're filming part of Place to Be. And then next week, we're filming the second half of Place to Be in a sound stage under some a crazy set that was just built. It's really wild. It's wild.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.